I caught my wife cheating live on our anniversary surprise. But when she walked in and saw us watching everything, what she said shocked everyone. Alright, so I never thought I'd be the guy posting on here, but I guess nobody ever sees it coming till it hits M square in the chest. My name's Ron. I run a family-owned construction business my dad handed down to me, and for the past 20 years, I've been married to Bonnie. She's smart, classy, good with people, the kind of woman who walks into a room and just owns it without trying. Works as a senior designer at an architectural firm, always dressed sharp, always busy. We got a teenage daughter, Casey. She's a good kid. Typical 15-year-old, sassy, glued to her phone, and obsessed with iced coffee. Bonnie had been on this business trip in Atlanta for 4 days. She said it was for a networking summit, a real big deal. I even helped her pack. She was in a weirdly chipper mood, humming while folding clothes, laughing at my dad's jokes. She kissed me goodbye at the airport like everything was just fine. Too fine now that I think about it. Anyway, I had something big planned for when she got back. Our 20th anniversary was that weekend, and I wanted to do something memorable. Not flashy. We're not that kind of people, but meaningful. So, I got this idea from a client's daughter who works in Atlanta. I mailed her a pearl necklace Bonnie had once pointed at in a catalog, said it reminded her of her grandma. She was supposed to give it to Bonnie during dinner with a colleague named Sue. And the best part? I set up a live stream of the dinner. The plan was simple. Surprise her with the necklace on camera, then surprise her again by having her whole family and a few close friends watching it happen live from our living room. Cute, right? I told Casey it'd be a special moment. Even got her grandparents to come over. I decorated the living room with little candles, got Bonnie's favorite cake from that overpriced French bakery downtown, and hooked the TV up so everyone could see the live stream. When the screen turned on, there she was, walking into the restaurant. I remember smiling like a goofball. My wife. Still beautiful after all these years, even with her hair in that work bun she always does. Then the smile fell off my face like a damn brick. She wasn't with Sue. She was holding hands with some guy. Young guy. Maybe late 20s. Fit, slick, with that lazy confidence that comes from knowing you're the center of someone's attention. The room went dead silent. I could feel everyone looking at the screen, then at me, then back at the screen like they didn't believe it either. Casey, bless her heart, said it loud. "Dad, who is that?" I didn't answer. I couldn't. I was frozen. Bonnie and this guy walked to the table laughing. She tucked her hair behind her ear. She only does that when she's flirting. I know that look. I'd seen it 1,000 times, back when it was for me. And then, the moment that broke me. He leaned in and kissed her. Not just a peck. A real kiss. On our anniversary. Right there on the damn TV. Everyone went dead silent. Bonnie walks into the restaurant, not with Sue, but with a younger guy. Holding hands. Laughing. Real close. Then he kissed her. Right there on the live stream. On our anniversary. Casey stood up, confused. "Dad, who is that?" I couldn't answer. Bonnie's dad muttered, "That's not Sue." The stream cut out, but the damage was done. Casey looked at me, already crying. "Is Mom cheating on you?" I walked outside. Needed air. I didn't want to face anyone. That guy, he looked familiar. Then I remembered. Nick. A junior associate Bonnie once mentioned. Talented. Reminded her of herself. I lied to Casey. Said I didn't know? But I did. An hour later, Bonnie walked in like nothing was wrong. Smiling. Then she saw the crowd. The paused live stream. The open necklace box. Her smile dropped. Then Casey stepped forward, eyes red, and asked, "Who is Nick, Mom?" Bonnie blinked like she didn't hear it right. "What?" she asked, voice shaky. Casey didn't back down. "The guy you were holding hands with. His name's Nick, right?" Bonnie looked at me. I didn't say a word. I just stared. She laughed, like it was some big misunderstanding. "That wasn't what it looked like. We were just talking. Maybe being playful, but it's nothing." "Playful?" He kissed her on the mouth. Her dad cut in, voice sharp. "You're lying, Bonnie. We all saw it." She started crying then. Big dramatic tears. Saying she was tired, the trip was stressful, and Nick was just a friend who helped her decompress. Then she said something that made my stomach turn. "I didn't plan it. It just happened," Casey shouted. "You cheated on Dad," and ran to her room. Bonnie turned to me. "Ron, please. It's not serious. I didn't mean to hurt anyone." I just stood there. I didn't yell. Didn't cry. I said one thing. "Get out." She looked stunned. Like she expected me to say let's talk or we can fix this. "Where am I supposed to go?" I nodded toward the door. "Back to Atlanta. Or to Nick. Wherever. Just not here." She walked out, suitcase still in her hand. No more crying. Just silence. After she left, the house felt hollow. Like everything warm in it just drained out. Casey didn't come out of her room. Bonnie's parents stayed for a while, awkward and quiet. Her mom tried to defend her, saying, "She's been under pressure lately." But even she didn't sound convinced. I didn't sleep that night. Just sat on the couch staring at that necklace box. The next morning, Bonnie called. I didn't answer. She left a voicemail, crying. Said she made a mistake, that it was emotional, not physical. Like that made it better. I played it on speaker. Casey walked in halfway through and just shook her head. "She's still lying." She was right. You don't kiss someone like that on a business trip unless something's been going on. Then came the texts. Long ones. Pages of excuses. How Nick got too close. How she was confused. How it didn't mean anything. She ended one message with, "I still love you." I didn't reply. Later that night, I got a message from a mutual friend. It was a photo. Bonnie. At some rooftop bar. Sitting next to Nick. Same guy. Her hand on his leg. 2 nights after she got caught. That photo wrecked whatever was left. There she was, 2 days after the live stream. Sitting with Nick like nothing happened. Same smile. Same damn hand on his leg. Like we were a memory she already packed away. I stared at that pic for a long time. I think I wanted to believe it was old. It wasn't. The friend who sent it said they saw her in person. Same outfit from a story she posted that afternoon, just conveniently cropped to not show Nick. She was still lying. That night, she called again. I answered this time. I needed to hear her voice lie to me directly. "Ron, I miss you. I'm going crazy. I'm so sorry for everything." I didn't say anything. Then she added, "I ended it with Nick." I laughed. Just one bitter laugh. "You ended it from across the table while holding his leg?" Silence. Then she said it, soft, like a kid who just got caught stealing. "You saw the photo." I hung up. No screaming. No name-calling. Just done. The next morning, Casey came to me holding her phone. Bonnie had messaged her. Said she made a mistake, but still loved her. Casey looked me dead in the eye and said, "If you take her back, I won't forgive either of you." 3 days went by. No calls. No texts. Just silence. Then she showed up. Middle of the afternoon, I heard the doorbell. I opened it, And there she was, Bonnie. No makeup. Hair down. She looks tired, like she hadn't slept in days. She didn't say hi. Just whispered, "Can we talk?" I didn't want her inside. I stepped out onto the porch and shut the door behind me. She started crying right away. Real tears this time, not those fake dramatic ones. She said she made the biggest mistake of her life. That the trip wasn't the first time with Nick, but it was the last. It was going on for a few months, she said, but I didn't mean to fall for him. He was just there when I felt alone. I didn't say a word. I just stared at her. Then she said the line that still pisses me off. "You were always so steady, so strong. I didn't think I'd ever lose you." So cheating on me was fine because she thought I'd just take it? I asked her one thing. "Why didn't you stop?" She looked down and said, "Because I liked how he made me feel. Like I was exciting again." That was it. The truth. Ugly and selfish. I nodded. "You like feeling wanted." Got it. She tried to reach for my hand. I stepped back. She begged. Said she'd do therapy, couples counseling, anything. Swore she hadn't seen Nick since that photo. Swore it was over. I told her it didn't matter. "You're already gone, Bonnie. You just don't want to deal with what you chose." She stood there crying on the porch as I walked back inside and shut the door. After that porch scene, I figured she'd back off. Be quiet. Let it fade. I was wrong. 2 days later, Casey got home from school and tossed her backpack on the couch harder than usual. She was fuming. "She showed up at my school, Dad." Bonnie had come during lunch. Asked the front office to call Casey out, said it was urgent family business. They pulled her into the counselor's office where Bonnie waited like she still had that motherly authority. She told Casey she was sorry. Said she missed her. Told her, "It's not what your dad is saying it is." Casey looked her dead in the face and said, "I saw it too, Mom. You kissed him. I'm not stupid." Bonnie cried. Tried hugging her. Casey wouldn't budge. "You don't get to cheat on Dad and act like we're still a family." Then Bonnie dropped the guilt bomb. "I don't want to lose you too," Casey told her. "Then you shouldn't have lied for months." I found out all this when Casey got home. I was about ready to explode. Not at her, at Bonnie. I called her. Told her straight. "Don't ever show up at Casey's school again. If you want to talk, you go through me." She didn't argue. Just said, "I didn't think she'd be so cold to me." I told her, "You made her that way. She saw you tear this family apart in real time." Bonnie tried to make it about me. Said I was poisoning Casey against her. I hung up. I didn't have the energy for her blame shifting. Not anymore. About a week later, I got a letter in the mail. Actual paper. Bonnie's handwriting on the envelope. Inside was 5 pages of her trying to explain everything again, only this time, she was rewriting the whole thing. She said the marriage had been empty for a long time. That I was emotionally distant. That she felt invisible, and Nick made her feel alive. I read the whole thing twice. Not a single full apology. Just reasons. Justifications. Blame. She didn't talk about the live stream. Didn't mention Casey seeing it. Didn't even bring up the fact that we were all sitting there, waiting to surprise her while she was being kissed by some guy she was sneaking around with. She wrote, "I was trying to figure myself out, and I got lost. I never stopped loving you." I don't think she gets it. Love doesn't mean anything if it's not backed by loyalty. That night, I showed the letter to Casey. She read the first page, rolled her eyes, and tossed it on the table. "She's making herself the victim." Yeah, she was. Then came the kicker. Bonnie emailed our family and close friends. Said we were going through a rough patch. That I misunderstood some things and was keeping her from Casey. She didn't tell them about the live stream, the kiss, the lies. I started getting messages. Friends asking if I was okay, if I considered counseling. One even said, "I heard you're being kind of harsh." I realized then, Bonnie wasn't just sorry. She was building a backup story that I thought she'd done enough. But then, I got a knock on the door. Saturday morning. Casey was still asleep. It was Nick, standing on my front porch like he had any right to breathe the same air as me. He looked nervous, kept glancing over his shoulder like he expected to get jumped. "I'm not here to start anything," he said. "Bonnie asked me to talk to you. She said you wouldn't listen to her anymore." I didn't say a word, just stared at him, fists clenched. He tried again. "She's not okay. She's breaking down. She wanted me to tell you she never meant to hurt anyone." I stepped outside, shut the door behind me. "You think coming to my house makes it better?" He looked like a scared kid, not so confident now. "She still loves you, man." I laughed in his face. "Then why are you the one standing here?" He didn't answer, just stared at the ground. I told him if he ever came back near my house, or near Casey, I'd make sure it didn't end with just words. I didn't yell. I didn't threaten loud. Just calm. Cold. He left. An hour later, Bonnie texted me. "I didn't know he'd actually go. I just wanted him to try. I'm sorry." That's when I knew she had no boundaries anymore. No shame. She sent the guy she cheated with to my home, thinking it might fix things. After Nick showed up, something in me shut off completely. I wasn't angry anymore. I wasn't heartbroken. I was just done. That night, I packed the last of Bonnie's things, what little she had left in the house. Wedding photos, jewelry, some clothes she hadn't picked up. I put it all in boxes and drove it to her parents' place. Her dad answered. He didn't say a word, just nodded, helped carry the boxes in. Her mom peeked from the hallway, eyes red, but didn't come out. I left without seeing Bonnie. I blocked her number for real this time. Emails. Everything. I even told our lawyer to send her a formal custody agreement. Casey would stay with me. If Bonnie wanted visitation, it'd be on my terms. Casey didn't even blink when I told her. She just hugged me. For weeks, Bonnie kept trying. Through mutual friends. Through her parents. Even through some anonymous social accounts she clearly made. Same messages over and over. "I'm sorry. I miss us. I'll never forgive myself. Please, Ron. Don't throw 20 years away." But the truth is, she already did. The night of that live stream, when she walked in with Nick, smiling, holding his hand, that was the moment she threw it all away. I didn't need revenge. I didn't need to ruin her life. All I had to do was walk away and let her sit in the mess she created. That's the end of it. I didn't get a happy ending, but I got peace. And right now, that's more than enough.